Hi everybody, I'm Laura and
I'm Yumi.
I'm Giza.
and we are Taiko Masala Dojo and this is No Taiko No Life. Thank you. So each week we are talking about one of the 10 Suwa principles and also just about things we think about and ways we live while we're playing Taiko. And today we are going to talk about food. Food, one of my favorite topics. What is well, both foods that keep us healthy physically and foods that are more like soul food. You know, that keeps us connected.
Yeah.
So, what about you? You were telling us about summertime food in Japan.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that, the topic of food, and during this season, summer, and we had really hot days this week, and when you have really hot days and when you don't have that much appetite, in Japan we sometimes eat somen. It's like a cold noodle, but you put like a cold water with ice in a bowl and you put the noodles in it. So it stays cold and it's somehow easy to digest, easy to eat. So I remember when even I was little, like when I'm like playing outside for a long time and then came back and then didn't have much appetite, my mom said, like, oh, let's eat somen at least. And I think based on the family, they put other stuff in there. So they put like watermelon on the top or cherries or cucumbers. So the family kind of arranges in its own way. So
Wow.
yeah, I
Wow.
liked it. It was kind of fun to eat.
So you say it's on ice. Do you mean it was put in ice to cool down?
Yeah,
Or that the noodles you put in and it melts the ice so that you just
no, you
eat
put
it
water
right?
and you put like several ice cubes in
Uh-huh.
it so that the water doesn't get warm and the noodle stays cold too. So
Ooh.
yeah,
I never knew they would eat it with fruits.
yeah.
It's the first time I hear it. Yeah.
My house put like watermelon, orange, cherry.
Do you ever eat that now? Do you eat it
Yeah,
now to
yeah.
remind yourself?
Yeah, when I don't have much appetite, I like, oh, it's somen time. I'll do that. How about you? How about your comfort
Oh,
food?
wow. Well, as I was saying, my comfort food definitely, well, the first thing I ever think about is fried chicken, I have to say. Hot or cold, I don't know, summertime, but that's always I think of when somebody asks me about comfort food. We grew up eating all of this, and in the summertime also, not fried chicken, but we would go fishing.
Oh.
And we would bring the fish, clean it up, cornmeal, fry it, and have it. So it was like from catching it till, within an hour we were having it. So there was something about really, really food that you prepare, not like food that you go out and buy,
Yeah.
but food that I prepare together in my own kitchen with my family. So that's those things that we ate when I was a kid. So it's not a particular, season thing, but those really take me back. Some of the things that my mother, like exactly, there was a recipe she had for like, it's silly, but coleslaw that I never saw anybody make it like this. The things that were made, as you said, the way my mother made them, So those are really good for me. What about you?
Well, what I thought about when we were thinking about the food topic was something that my grandma used to make. Like, where my grandma's from, she's from like a part that is now Eastern Europe, but they were like kind of related to Austria, and they eat a lot of sweet things also for lunch.
Oh.
So one thing she would make, it's kind of like a yeast dumpling, like a steamed yeast bun kind of type. And inside is like a certain type of plum that's like a plum jam, like spiced with cinnamon and stuff. And you put that inside and you steam it, and they get like really big and fluffy and really nice. And then you put like melted butter on top and like finely ground breadcrumbs that you roast. and also some sugar and ground poppy seeds.
Whoa.
And I miss that. It's really, really good. I gotta make it
Wow.
one day.
Wow.
It's kind of like,
really
you know
have
those Asian steamed buns that have like pork or something like
yeah.
Right,
So
right.
it's kind of similar like that, but it's made with fresh yeast, so it's like really has
Right.
this flavor.
What's it called?
It's called Hefeknödel or Germknödel. But it's like a yeast dumpling.
Would this be a special occasion, sort of a food,
No.
or
No.
no?
She would make that when we come over sometimes. It's very good.
Wow, wow. You were saying the plum. I was thinking not like the pickled plum.
No, it's
That's
sweet and with cinnamon.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Well, I know when we play taiko at Mitsuya at the fair, you know, there's certain Japanese like street food.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah. Takoyaki.
Takoyaki and-
yakisoba.
yeah.
Kakigori.
Oh yeah, see,
Watadashi.
see.
Oh.
But the shaved ice with the condensed milk and the I'm sorry, the red bean, the ampan, and green tea. Whose idea was this? I'm getting all hungry.
I know.
It's the weather for it too.
Right.
Yeah.
So what about you guys?
Okay, so now we talk about Asua principle, and we are on the 5th week. So we're on the 5th Sua principle. Again, the first is just about how we have to train and prepare our bodies. Then the second is about how we approach the drum and get ourselves ready to play. The third is about actually bringing our arm down really to strike the drum. And the fourth is about actually striking the drum. Now, the 5th we go into really with what spirit we're hitting. How do we hit? And the 5th principle is focus on each taiko beat. Each separate strike should be accurate. Common sense, right? How does it sound in
Common sense, but
Japanese?
Yeah, in Japanese it says ten de uchi, sen de utsuna. So ten means point, and sen means line. And I think we can apply that to many parts of performing taiko. But technically, it's important to hit with kind of the tip of your bachi, not the side of your bachi, because if you use the side of bachi, you stops the vibration of the sound because you're hitting the surface of the taiko. So when I was thinking about this principle, I was thinking about diving. There's a
Diving board.
high up, and then the diver does some acrobatic, and then when the diver goes into the water, they have to really hit the tip of their head so that they'll just looks like a sucked into the water and makes kind of calm one sound and it makes a beautiful ripples on the surface of the water. But if the diver hits the water with belly and body and it makes bad splash, bad sound, and I think it kind of like that technique.
Very painful.
Yeah,
Very
painful to watch. You're like, oh, I don't want to watch that. So that's not the performance we want to show to the audience.
Same, I know when sometimes, I hate to say it, like when I watch my daughter play taiko, one time she broke one of my bachi
Oh, no.
because she was playing, she hadn't played in a while and she was very excited, but she just kept hitting flat and then you also hit the side of the drum.
Yeah.
So, and the sound is just totally scattered and you get the sound of the wood, you really don't get the sound of really the drum.
Yeah.
And each beat, when I'm playing like that, because I do, I'm talking about my daughter, but I catch myself sometimes when I'm being lazy, each beat runs into another.
Yeah.
There's a sound in between the music, like the actual notes of the music. So I guess you could say it's not music, right? But I think part of what also happens to me is that after playing taiko for a while, is that I think I know it. So sometimes I'm thinking about other things. What am I going to do? What are we going to play next? How did I play that part of that? And oh, I'm afraid, especially if I messed up. So I'm thinking about what I just played, and I'm thinking about that part that maybe I'm nervous about, and I'm not thinking about what I'm playing right now. So this is another thing that it's about, not just the technical thing of how to hit, but really paying attention to what piece I'm playing now. The drum that's in front of me now, and making sure that I'm playing it in the right place, and I'm playing actually with the people that are on stage with me or in class with me.
So it sounds uniform and not like everyone's hitting like slightly off and it sounds like scattered.
Yeah.
So I think it's sometimes what happens when you play in a bigger group and it's like a lot of sound that you sometimes think you're playing the right thing, but when you then have to play by yourself, maybe in a solo, you see like that you're a little bit off here and there. And I think that's something that we also gotta train, that you really hit accurate. So if you play only with like 2 or 3 people or by yourself, something that you're really hitting the right spot and are really on point
Yeah.
with your playing.
Also, when like we have like 8, 10 performers and all of us hit the dot in the moment together, making the ripple vibration together. That's like a goosebump moment for me. Like, wow, did we make that sound together? It's beautiful. So I enjoy that kind of moment.
Yep.